Golden State, which finished the 4-game series against the West's top teams with 3 wins and 1 loss, but failed to overcome Curry's shocking 3-point performance in the previous game and is holding onto its playoff spot, went on an away trip to Phoenix to console itself of its loss. With Durant effectively out for the season, Phoenix's chances of advancing to the regular tournament have been slim, so this was an opponent Golden State had to beat. The away team, which started with a 3-pointer from Podziemski, who was at the peak of his shooting form these days, quickly took the lead with Jimmy Butler's signature free throw induction. And then Phoenix launched a firepower battle with a layup from Devin Booker, who has been in great form recently, and a pull-up 3-pointer from Bradley Beal, but the biggest problem was their sloppy defense. Furthermore, Stephen Curry, who only scored a 3-pointer in the last game, quickly made his first score of the game with a 3-pointer today.
To create looks. Stops a 9-0 Warriors run, and Stephen Curry right back at it. There'll be no 3-point game here tonight.
Curry, who has improved his shooting touch, even hit a no-look 3-pointer. And again, there was no room for the superstar for 2 consecutive games. On the other hand, Phoenix was pushed back even in the firepower battle they were confident in, and Moses Moody showed off a series of great blocks and hustle plays. If Phoenix is pushed back even in this hustle, there is no answer. To make matters worse, the coach of the BUNOLJE team failed the challenge that he quickly requested.
Here's your split action. Steph Curry, a little push shot runner. Steph tipping in his own miss. Steph on the offensive glass.
Steph Curry, who scored a putback that didn't come out, easily overcomes Gillespie's somewhat burdensome defense. The superstar's will to wash away his past slump was that strong.
His percentages from everywhere except the 3-ball are amazing. Steph turn, fade away. What? Steph Curry's 5 of 7, and
he hits 2 no-look jumpers in one game. That's how Curry scored 13 points in the first quarter. In the section where he was out, Podziemski came back strong, and with the performance of Podziemski, who has grown into the team's second option, Golden State scored a whopping 37 points in the first quarter.
On the other hand, it was a story about how lax Phoenix's defense was. The home team, who had been dragged from the beginning, tried to rebound in the bench section with the energy level of Cody Martin and the scoring of Grayson Allen, and in particular Allen's 3-pointer, who was recognized as the best shooter, was a variable. However, while the away team cheered up with Butler's free throw, Phoenix, who had been following for a while, lost the momentum of the chase with their own hands as their players made a series of pointless turnovers. After that, Curry, who had a fantastic teamwork with Draymond Green, scored a cut-in.
Short, Allen lost the handle. 6 offensive rebounds for Golden State, and once again, Curry sets up Jackson Davis.
He combined with Jackson Davis, who joined the rotation, to create consecutive elimination dunks, showing off elimination dunks that were hard to find in Golden State. Today, Curry was impressive not only in scoring but also in passing. In the end, the only player Phoenix could trust was Devin Booker, and his mid-range game lived up to its reputation. But Steph Curry's performance when he really made up his mind was difficult to control. And as much as Phoenix's poor performance, the factor that held them back was that their will to the ball wasn't that noticeable. However, Phoenix, whose monotonous offense was not resolved, allowed Rumi to score in the paint zone too easily, and before they knew it, they were down by more than 20 points. Even after the timeout, Phoenix showed a ridiculous turnover streak and still showed no rebound control at all. On the other hand, Butler's blue Walker mode was a strength for the away team. Golden State, which literally dominated the offensive rebound, played a flowing passing game and Podziemski's 3-pointer.
Open 3, Curry rebound in motion. Podziemski leaking out. D-cell, pump fake, and laid it up and in. He got 2 guys with the D-cell.
They also used consecutive fakes that made their opponents explode with anger. In the end, even though Devin Booker had already reached the 20-point mark in the first half, Golden State ended the first half with a very comfortable lead after crushing Podziemski and Beal in a 2-option duel. Starting in the second half, the away team, which succeeded in a quick challenge, widened the gap with Curry's 3-pointer following a picturesque pass game, and Curry made a very elegant scoop layup.
He was in the double team at half court and he got to the corner. That has set the example.
Moody! Right-hand spike! I tell you what, he's had 3 of...
Moses Moody added a powerful and nuclear dunk, suddenly turning Golden State into a dunk team. Today's away team overwhelmed their opponent even in the highlights. On the other hand, Phoenix, which had no scoring support from players other than Booker, failed to raise its desperate 20% 3-point success rate, and although it made a human error in waste, perhaps because it let its guard down due to the large gap, Phoenix could not even convert this into a turnover-based score. Meanwhile, Butler, who had few field goal attempts, turned around.
That's why the Warriors' defense has been so good since the trade. Butler down the lane! Jimmy buckets! with an opportunity for a three-point